What's up, guys? Michael Valenti here with the School of Self-Defense in Indianapolis, and I thought today I would teach you guys a couple of really good striking drills that will help work your footwork for striking as well as working your hip work for striking. So let's go ahead and get right to it and take a look. So one of the biggest problems that I see when people are working the bag at the gym is that when they punch, they aren't actually activating their legs or their hips. They're just exclusively throwing punches with their hands. And the problem with this is you're losing out on a lot of power and you're more likely to injure yourself. One of the best boxers I ever got a chance to train with told me that you don't punch with your arms, but you punch with your legs. So if I throw a cross, I'm not just throwing this out, I'm pushing off the ground with my back leg to put my hip into it and my thighs into it and my calf into it, and that way I'm hitting with my whole body. So this drill I'm going to show you is actually really good for teaching you, or at least practicing, the hip rotation of your strikes. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to punch, but this is just how you can string together punches in a way that's going to help focus on your hips and your legs. So this drill is really simple. You're going to throw a jab, a cross, a lead hook, a cross, come down into the uppercut and cross. So it's jab, cross, hook, cross, uppercut, cross. Notice the rotation in my hip here with each one of these shots so that I'm working the actual driving force. Now, of course, you're never going to stand in front of someone and hit them with these strikes in this order or stay perfectly still, but the idea is to get your hips rotating so that you will hit with your whole body as opposed to just with your arms. So a while back I did a trivia on one of these videos and you guys seem to really like it, so I'm going to go ahead and throw out another trivia. So this time we're going to be talking about striking. So a lot of boxers, when throwing their hooks, will throw it like this with their palm facing down. However, the great Mike Tyson always threw his hook with his palm facing himself. Why is it that Mike Tyson throws his hooks like this while so many other people throw their hooks like that? Stay tuned to the end of this video to get the answer. The next drill that I like to show people as far as getting their footwork in order is actually a wonderful combination that I learned while studying Kenpo, which is meant to not just work your hip rotation, but work your forward movement into your strikes. And so the combination is really simple, that I'm going to do a little fencer step forward with a jab, a small fencer step angularly with a back fist, and then a small step with a rotation at the hip to drive the elbow. So I'm going to hit the jab, back fist, elbow, and what this is doing is teaching you to move forward, cut the angle, and drive force all with your legs, because each one of these steps are going to add power behind your strikes. And the thing to think about here is a kind of rule of thumb that I learned in boxing that I think is phenomenal, is every punch should be accompanied with footwork. So I should never be standing in front of someone just swinging. I should be constantly moving my feet with each strike, putting my power behind it and setting my hips up, not just for the punch I'm throwing, but for the next strike. So in this instance, when I throw a jab, I cut the angle on the back fist, which puts my elbow in perfect position for a powerful strike. So the second combination to work your footwork is a jab, back fist, elbow, accompanied with the angular footwork. So the last drill that I want to work with you guys is meant to teach you how to put power behind your crosses. This is a classic drill taught in most boxing gyms, and it's incredibly effective for drilling in the biomechanics in a good cross along with the forward movement. Once again, we aren't using these drills in the actual fight. These are simply meant to condition the body to automatically throw proper punches and put the right foot where it needs to be as you're throwing strikes. So the way this drill works, I'm going to kind of take an angle to show you, is I'm going to throw my left cross, and then I'm going to take a step forward with my left foot and throw my right cross. See how this is putting my hips behind each one of my shots. Now, in reality, you would not actually attack someone this way. You wouldn't be chasing them down like this, but this drill teaches you to put your hips where they need to be for power shots. So you've reached the end of the video, which means it's time to answer the trivia question. The question was, why did Mike Tyson throw his hooks palm facing in as opposed to palm facing down? Well, according to Mike Tyson, when you're throwing power punches, if you throw it with your palm facing down, your pinky is the first thing that hits your opponent, more likely to injure your hand because the pinky is such a small bone. Whereas if you throw it with your palm facing towards you, you're going to hit with your first two knuckles, which are much stronger structure, and you're least likely to hurt yourself. I actually had one of my boxing coaches tell me that every person they knew who had broken their hands while punching threw their hooks like this, and every person she knew who had boxed for years and never broken their hand threw their hooks like Mike Tyson. So with that being said, I think Tyson knew exactly what he was doing. Alright guys, be sure to rate, comment, like, and subscribe to these videos here on YouTube. Also, don't forget YouTube has that new bell function, so if you click the bell, you'll get notifications of whenever I upload new videos. Also, if you live in the Indianapolis area and you'd like to come train with me, all the information you need to get started is at our website, theschoolofselfdefense.com. So until next time, fight on.